We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. I'm Van, and we are all the LFR family. Thank you so much for pulling up and clicking the play button. Hopefully you hit that like button as well, for that is the only price of admission for our live streams, to simply hit the like button. And if you can watch this video all the way through, that would be appreciated as well. Hopefully you've taken a moment to give God praise, glory, and honor just for waking you up this morning, protecting you and your family from seen and unseen dangers, providing you and your family with a roof over your head, a vehicle to drive for transportation, your health, your strength, for your family, everything, the little things, but they're big to someone else. So make sure you show that you're grateful. That's it. Welcome, everybody. We about to start some sugar honey iced tea. I do realize that I am a little late. I am on CP time today, and some of y'all are probably upset about that, but guess what? My bad. I had a busy weekend, and I'm gonna tell you something, man. As good as God is, Satan always try to creep in with doubt, with worry, with anxiety, with depression, with everything you can possibly think of to knock you off kilter. So you not pay attention to how blessed you truly are. Well, today we're going to say, kick rocks, Satan. Get out my daggone face, you rat bastard. Yeah, that's how we talking to Satan today. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Let me know where y'all are watching this bad boy from today. And shout out to all my blues. Louis B. Fishing was the very first person in the building today. Pulled up behind him was Renee Suzanne. Shout out to Renee Suzanne, who has a whole new recording studio set up. Shout out to her. She's kicking butt, man. She's kicking butt. Also, I don't know if my comment was posted. I posted inside of the group that today we will be having the calls at 11:30 a.m. EST and 11:30 a.m. EST and 8 p.m. EST. So we gonna get it popping. But hit that like button. Let me know where y'all are watching this from. Shout out to Nene from Missouri. Thank you so much for pulling up, Nene. Yeah. WTF for real is in the building. What's up, brother? Shout out to MJ. Shout out to MJ, about to hit 20,000 subscribers in little to no time, man. Shout out to Take the Bill. Shout out to Benny, Carolyn, Sarat, Meyer. Shout out to Jared Dupree, my members who are pulling up. Y'all are dope. Don't forget, guys, we have members. You can sign up as a member on the YouTube channel, on LFR Family YouTube channel, and just by hitting the join button. If that does not work, please ask me for the link and I will make sure you get it popping. I'm 47 years old and I have yet to go fishing. So since I've never gone fishing, I've never, had the desire to take my sons fishing. So that's going to be something that they're lacking, my daughters and all. So yeah, if I can say that there's one thing that I failed in, that's taking my kids fishing. I have not taken them fishing. I don't even know how to fish. I used to go hood fishing behind Eastover Shopping Center, and right off of Washington, D.C. is right over the line of Oxon Hill, Maryland. And we used to go behind the creek. It was a creek, and we'll just put tadpoles inside of a bucket. That's it. That's the only type of fishing I've ever done. All right. Hopefully, man, I can go fishing with you guys. We can have a great time. I know some people, hey, Benny, I hear you, brother. A lot of people tell me that I'm missing out and I am going to go. I know people with boats, man, and they invite me to go fishing. And then some of my friends, most of my friends are from the hood anyway, and a couple of them saying they don't even want to go. Like, it's like they also don't. Like, they've been before, but it's like, man, I was bored as I don't know what out there. But at the end of the day, man, I know that I would love it because I'm a real chill guy. As long as there's no mosquitoes out there, I'm straight. You know what I mean? But I know I would love fishing. Hopefully one day we can all meet up together and have a great time and do something like fishing or just talk and shoot the sugar honey iced tea, share stories. Let's get into it. Tucker Carlson had a speech at Turning Point USA. And from my understanding, people started walking out on him during his speech. Here is a video right here that shows you that people are getting up and walking out. And the beginning of this says Tucker Carlson is losing hundreds of his supporters because so many people got up and walked out while he was having a conversation about whatever he was communicating about. Apparently, he started speaking about the EP files, and apparently that is frowned upon in this establishment. Fox News has said don't talk about it. They said if you still talking about the EP files, then you must be sad, miserable, you don't have a life, we done moved on from it, and blah, blah, blah. It seems like a cover-up to me, but at the end of the day, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. I'm not going to make up my mind. I'm not going to make up your mind for you. I'm going to just let you know that to me, it seems like a cover-up. Shout out to Trump, who has been, in my opinion, a really good president so far. He has done everything that he said he would do. And for that means a lot to me. That means a lot to me. This promises made, promises kept is huge. I've never seen any other president do that. And for this situation, it just blows my mind that we would just try to push it away and just sweep it under the rug as if it never existed. I don't like it. And I just want y'all to see these people walking out, and I'm going to play the entire Turning Point speech from Tucker Carlson so that y'all can see it, man. And I know some of y'all are like, man, move on, bro. Like, move on. MAGA has moved on. We're moving on to bigger, better things. Trump said that we don't have to pay attention to it, so we're not. I'm not going to focus on it, I promise you. But watch this, how people are walking out.
I also refer to common sense when I say that no man can serve two masters. It's not possible. I only have one wife for that reason. You say to your wife, I'm going to take another wife, but I'm going to love you just as much. Nothing's going to change. My wife's going to look at me like, no, it's one wife. Because you can only really pledge your loyalty to one person or one country. That's just a fact. And there's also a sense, and this is relevant to me, and I know you're speaking about Israel, but it's not just Israel, to be honest. I think it's a huge problem. I think anybody, by the way, who serves in a foreign military should lose his citizenship immediately. There are a lot of Americans who've served in the IDF, they should lose their citizenship. There's a lot of Americans who've served in Ukraine, and they should lose their citizenship. You can't fight for another country and remain in America, period. Obviously, I mean, it's like not even, it's so funny how all of it cowed into being like, oh, that's hate speech. No, it's not. You don't hear hate in my voice because there isn't any. It's just an obvious recognition of the truth. But there's a more insidious thing, and I say it's not just Israel. I'm not just trying to like give myself cover. I'm being honest. There are a ton of countries that offer citizenship, actually, some of which I love. I have been offered citizenship in a couple of different countries that I really like, and I thought about it. And then I thought, no, there's something about being lashed to the mast. Like, everyone can see that America's in trouble, the demographic trends are really bad, and the country's decaying and cities are falling apart. So you're like, oh wow, you know, maybe I should flee. And then I'm like, my ancestors are from here. My parents are buried right across from my kitchen. I'm staying here. And the second you make that decision in your head, like, I don't care what happens to America, I will be here, it totally changes your attitude. You're like, I don't even care, it's my country. And they've been here for so long and fought in all of these wars. My ancestors, and I'm sure yours, would be totally shocked by some of the conversations. Foreign flags in the Congress? Are you joking? Get out. And so, no, once you decide you're all in on your country, it really changes the way you approach everything. And by the way, it should be the baseline requirement. You shouldn't be allowed to serve in government if you're not a US citizen. Or you're a dual citizen? Are you joking? Of course not. And I would love to know what the justification is. And of course there isn't one, which is why they're allowed to just write you off as some sort of like freak, some internet freak, hater, Nazi, whatever. No, I'm not. Just an American who loves my country, and I think it's fair to demand that the people running my country love it every bit as much as I do.
All right, so yeah, I saw everybody was getting up and leaving, and nobody wanted to be a part of that. But then, not only were people leaving, but people were being kicked out and arrested. Here's one guy right here who started debating. It says that this man at the TPUSA event claims he's being arrested for asking Tucker Carlson a question about Israel. So apparently he asked a question about Israel and he got carted out. Check this out.
Asking questions, folks. Just asking questions. I asked Tucker Carlson a question last night. People seem to like it. I got job opportunities after it. Yep, off we go. Have a good one.
So Charlie Kirk, I don't know what's going on at your establishment, but people are being arrested. Not only that, but y'all remember the Patriotic baddie, the young lady that stood in the middle of the street at President Trump's birthday parade. Remember, President Trump had his birthday parade, and a lot of people were there to protest Trump. And she was in the middle of the street. Here she is right here. Hold on one second. So she was in the middle of the street. This is her. And she was being bullied by some young ladies who looked just like her, who were brown skinned. And they were saying that, who do you think you are? Do you think you're black? You're not black. You're not even a woman because you don't represent women. You voted for Trump. You're crazy. All this other stuff. Well, apparently, she got kicked out of TPUSA too. She got kicked out of Training Point USA. She was there dressed in her USA flag garb. She had on everything representing the United States of America. As you saw, the first guy, he had on his Trump 47 hat. He was there repping Trump. He was repping MAGA. She was there repping MAGA. And I want y'all to see how she also was kicked out. Only reason why I think this is important because some of you may have missed this story. I did reach out to her, and she's supposed to be going live with me at some point this morning. We weren't able to make it happen, but we will soon. She will be on the show because I let her know that I thought that was BS that she got kicked out. And I thought that wasn't a good look. I thought it was trash, and I want to hear her side of the story. So we're definitely bringing her on. This is her being kicked out right here.
Ma'am, I'm asking you for your badge, and then we're going to go ahead and remove you from the premise.
Because why?
I'm telling you because you were involved in an incident.
I was not involved. I just met him.
Remove you from the venue. This is private.
So because are you going to arrest everybody that witnessed it?
Dylan.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. What's your name? Do you mind just walking out with us for a second?
Did I do anything?
Can you just walk out with us for just a moment?
Wait, hold on. I want to know what I did.
Pardon me. Sorry.
Sorry.
Where are you going? It's in there.
Yeah, it sounds that way, huh?
Did I do anything wrong? Okay, I'm sorry. I have foot surgery. I can't keep walking, not knowing where I'm going.
Yeah, so because you were involved in an incident earlier, we're going to go ahead and ask you to leave. If you wouldn't mind just handing over your badge.
Why am I being asked to leave? I didn't do anything.
You were involved in an incident.
I wasn't involved. I can't help it if he's asking him a person questions.
You were seen as involved in the incident, so we're going to go ahead.
Well, can I tell her, ask her what happened?
I'm telling you right now that you're going to be asked to leave. So
Because I was there.
Ma'am, I'm asking you for your badge, and then we're going to go ahead and remove you from the premise.
Because why?
I'm telling you because you were involved in an incident.
I was not involved. I can't control somebody else. I
just
just met him.
Remove you from the venue. This is private.
So because are you going to arrest everybody that witnessed it?
Ma'am, I'm asking you for your badge.
You know I'm cool. Like,
Yeah, but I didn't see the incident.
but I didn't have nothing. I can't control a grown man. Okay, hold on. Didn't I tell her that? I literally told her I wish I told him to calm down. But I cannot control a grown man.
Ma'am, I'm asking for your badge.
Because of something what somebody else did.
Are you going to comply with giving me your badge?
I am, because I'm not getting arrested for this. This is just ridiculous. I didn't do anything. I had no involvement in this.
Thank you very much. We're going to go ahead and have you come.
I had no involvement in this. So what did they say I did? What did they say I did? What did they say I did? They're not telling you what I did? You don't know? I didn't do anything. What did I do?
I don't know. You've been asked to leave. That's all I know.
Listen, management has decided that you got to go. You keep on asking the people. You're asking the muscle why you got to leave. That's where you're wrong, baby girl. You're the muscle don't know. The muscle don't know, and the muscle don't care. The muscle is just there to do their job. And guess what? Someone pointed at you. They said that she is a problem. She's been acting up in here. She probably tried to stir up some confusion and this, that, and the other. And I need for y'all to go get her badge and get her up out of there. And I'm going to explain why that's an issue for me.
How was I involved? Hold on. Did I say anything to the vendors that hurt her feelings? No, I didn't. I wasn't even involved in the conversation. I have the whole thing recorded, guys. I have the whole thing recorded. They're asking me to leave. For what reason? I don't know. They said I was involved in an incident. They won't tell me what that means. They're saying that I was involved in an incident. I mean, I wasn't even debating her. I didn't even say anything. I was just watching the full thing. But I guess because I was there.
Which way are we going? That way? That was close.
I can't get on escalators. I have a phobia of escalators. Can we get an elevator? I did not do anything. I did not disrespect anybody. I had such a great experience yesterday. But apparently you're not allowed to, I don't know. Yep, you too. They asked me to leave, guys. They asked me to leave. Yep. Y'all see this? I can't believe this, guys. I really can't believe this. They kicked me out. They kicked you out too? You didn't do anything. You weren't even talking to him. Yo, they kicked him out too.
They started saying.
Oh my God, yo. Because somebody went off talking about how we shouldn't.
You gotta go completely off the beat.
Completely?
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
We just got kicked out. You hang out around the sidewalks.
We didn't do anything. Oh.
Yeah, I better go meet at they about to go meet at the bar. Let me tell you something, man. They about to go meet at the bar. They gonna talk big trash about what happened up in there. Here's the sad part though, because the first 40 minutes of this video, because it was clipped. The very first 40 minutes of this video was her walking through Turning Point USA's event, seeing all of these political, conservative content creators. She saw all of the biggest conservative content creators there. She's taking pictures with them. She's taking selfies. She's showing love to everybody. Everybody's showing love to her that remember her. They're dancing. They're singing. They're having a good time. They're all dressed in their red, white, and blue. They're showing everyone love. And then she is kicked out and other people are kicked out. And now they are walking to the bar. They're going to the bar. They're like, man, forget this. Where are we going after this? We going to the strip club? Like, what we doing? As you can see in this video right here.
So what is this booth?
So
She's just going from booth to booth.
Why am I looking at a background with the Israeli flag in the middle, with American flags all around it, and an American rally in America? You don't have an answer?
No, I do. Yeah. It's a good question.
So he asked the lady, why am I looking at an Israeli flag with American flags, and there's Israeli flag in the middle and American flags all around it. And this is a Turning Point USA event. And she's about to explain it to him. Only reason why I stopped it is because the music that's going on in the background will flag this video and we will have to shut it down. Just letting y'all know. So that's the first guy right there that was arrested. He was arrested and removed from the premises. Whereas the patriotic baddie, Sarah, I believe that's her name. At least that's her name on IG. Sarah was not arrested because she decided to give up her Oh, maybe this is the reason why, because she was standing right with him. She was standing with him, recording it. And this could have been the reason why they both got removed. Oh, wow. Because she was with him the whole time. And then security pulled up. So, hold on. So this guy is just trying to start a conversation to figure out how come it's not America everything.
Jewish nation. I think that's a shield you hide behind when anybody insults you. Or criticizes you. All of a sudden I'm anti-Semitic. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, listen. Do your research. You can have this, by the way. There you go.
Oh, they.
Wow. So he got into an argument with the vendor who was over there talking about that she had nothing but Israeli flags in her hand. And she was, I guess you're not supposed to say anything wrong about Israel. It doesn't mean that you hate the Jews. It does not mean that at all. It just means we are here to talk about the greatness of our country and our nation and what we're doing right and how we're on to the to a better path, especially comparing it to the last 4 years. So I think that the brother was right to start the conversation, but I wasn't there. I don't know how aggressive he was. Okay. So shout out to TW. She said he was aggressive, and I see why they had to go. Now, she said that she wasn't even with him, but she was recording him the whole time, and she was walking with him, and she was involved. She was just she was over there during the drama. And since she was over there during the drama, when they pointed him out, she's standing there right beside him, and they're probably thinking, oh, they're here together. They're dating, or they're here. They're two content creators that want to stir up some trouble here. And we got an issue with them. And apparently they are anti-Semitic because y'all remember, the lady said that he was anti-Semitic. She called him anti-Semitic, and he said, you know what? I don't even want this flag. I'm just going to move on. The whole time she's recording him and she's walking with him, and it seems like they are together. So the further they go, she is also pointing out security is about to remove him. She is still with them, recording him. You know what I mean? She's still there. She hasn't walked away. She hasn't left. She's watching him. It looks like they're together because she won't leave him. She just want to, I guess, record the drama, see what's going on. And I guess in recording the drama, she got wrapped up into it all. That's why, guys, if there's something going on, don't run over there and try to be involved just so you can say that you're around it and all that other stuff. Because when they pulled up on her, they pulled up on her right after that and said, you were a part of this. You were with him. You also have to leave. We put him in handcuffs. We're not going to put you in handcuffs, but what we want. Okay. I got it. So she just got kicked out. They like, look, you gotta leave. You with the troublemaker. Guilty by association. That's what somebody said. Guilty by association. You got to get the hell up out of here. Okay. So the patriotic baddie got kicked up out of that bad boy because she was with the guy that was starting trouble. How was he starting trouble? He decided to get into a debate with one of the vendors who was there promoting Israel. Why is anyone at a Turning Point USA event promoting Israel? Well, here's the thing that y'all need to know. They had a huge table. They had a huge staff. They had everything set up on the main floor. And just in case you guys don't know this, but in order to have one of those tables, you got to pay a lot of money. You got to register in advance. You got to tell them why you're going to be there. They got to accept it. And then you got to pay a lot of money in order to have your own table. They had a huge table. They had a huge space, and they were protected because they're vendors. So being that you are there talking to a vendor, and I plan on having this young lady on the show as soon as she's able. Let me see if she responded to my last message. Let me see. All right. Let me see if she responded to my last message. Because when we were going, okay, here we go. Let me see here. All right. Let me see. She said, damn, I'm just seeing this. I'm super tired now. Can we do a little later? And that was at 8:29. Let me see if I can send her. Can I send you a um I am on my live stream now discussing you. You like to join? Okay. So I told her that I'm on a live stream right now discussing her, and I'm asking her if she would like to join. If she joins, if she says she wants to join, I'm gonna send her a link and she will pull up. But that's what happened. Honestly, it's not rocket science to figure out why she was kicked out. She was a part of it. You you didn't walk away. Like you didn't walk away. You stayed there. You're recording him. The dude is getting in trouble. Yes. Absolutely. I'm gonna send her a link right now. She said, "Can she join without her face?" So I guess she don't want to have her face on here. So all right, so I'm sending her a link. She's about to pull up. All right. So her name is Sarah, the Patriotic Baddie, and she said that she wants to join and tell us a little bit about it. And yeah, this is wow. And also, y'all saw that when Tucker Carlson was speaking, Tucker Carlson had like hundreds of people got up and just start walking away. They didn't want to hear anything he had to say. They like, man, forget you, deuces. I'm out. I'm gone. I catch you on the flip flop. You know what I mean? Somebody says he's an acting agent of the provocateur. What exactly does that mean, Michelle? Are you saying that you're doubting what he stands for or what he represents? Are you saying that he does not really truly represent MAGA, or he don't truly represent conservatism in the United States? What exactly are you saying? Are you saying that he's trying to destroy this administration, Michelle? Let me see. Let me see. Yeah. All right. So we have the Patriotic Baddie is here. She is here. Before I pull you up on stage. Oh, okay. Here we go. All right. All right. So if you want to communicate with me about anything you want to do or show, let me know in the private chat. Sarah, I believe that's your name. If your name's Sarah, and we're gonna get it popping. So here is the Patriotic Baddie. What's going on, young lady?
Hey, what's going on?
Ain't much at all. We just now watched you being carted out of TPUSA. What's going on with that?
Yeah, that was so crazy, man, because I was like filming all the vendors and talking to all the vendors. I did not like specifically go up to that vendor to film like a confrontation. That is not at all what happened. Now, we were talking before we went up to the vendor. We were like, "Hey, isn't it kind of weird how the first thing you see at this event is like a bunch of Israeli flags and Israeli vendor? Like they put that right at the front door when you walk in." So we just thought it was kind of weird. And I went to like go like look at it or whatever, but I never like said anything to the vendor. Like I wasn't trying to put her in that awkward situation.
Right.
But they didn't want to hear that.
Okay. Well, we were just now playing the video, and we saw that there was a young man with you. Not with you. You wasn't with him. Right? You didn't come to the event with the guy, right?
Yeah, no. We met yesterday and we talked for a second, and then like we saw each other again and we were like, "Oh, what's up?" But like no, he wasn't with me. I was filming like way before we ran into each other again.
Okay. All right. So the entire time that he was speaking to the vendor that had all of the Israeli flags, he noticed that they had an Israeli flag in the middle, and surrounding the Israeli flag was American flags. And he said, "Yo, this is Turning Point USA. Why in the world is all of these Israeli flags around?" Do you think at any point he was being over the top disrespectful or belligerent or anti-Semitic in the way that he was speaking to her? I mean, anything that could trigger her in that way?
That he was anti-Semitic, but maybe he did start to get like a little loud and drop some like f-bombs, and maybe I should have like told him to calm down. But you have to understand, like if this is somebody that I don't really know and I barely met, I don't feel like it's my place to tell him to calm down. Because like I said, it's not like he's my man or like I knew him prior. So like maybe I should like maybe when it got a little heated, I should have said, all right, let's calm down. But like I said, I don't really know him like that to be telling him to calm down. I agreed with what he was saying for the most part because he was saying a lot of stuff that I either didn't know or that I agreed with, and I was just like, wow. But I do feel kind of bad for the vendor, for being honest, because she didn't know what he was talking about. But at the same time, I was so intrigued with the conversation, and I understood his frustration because it's like we're not allowed to question anything. So I definitely understood his frustration, but maybe he could have handled it a little calmer. You know what I mean?
I'm listening. I apologize. I accidentally clicked on the video and it's still playing. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he could have handled it a little calmer, but like at the same time, I understood his frustration because the reason why he was so upset, though, and this is like missing a lot of context. We both wanted to ask Charlie Kirk political questions yesterday, and Charlie Kirk said that he didn't want to take any political questions. So when they were asking us, I didn't know that it worked like this. We were in lines standing forever. The staff came up to us and asked us where a question was prior, and if they were political, we didn't get picked. So I didn't get picked. He actually lied about what his question was so he can ask Charlie Kirk a question about Israel. And
Oh.
yeah, and it's on video. Charlie Kirk and him got into it because he was talking about the Holocaust, and Charlie Kirk kind of like got upset by that. And he told me after that they were all like looking at him different, like giving him like mugs. So he was like already upset because Charlie Kirk didn't want to take political questions. I was upset because they didn't like pick me because I had a political question, but they were picking people that said, "Oh, Charlie Kirk, what's your favorite mascot? What's your favorite sports team?" So yeah, we were kind of frustrated because we were waiting in line and they put people in front of us that had the stupidest questions. And
Oh.
it's like we paid money, but we're not allowed to ask you political questions, and you're taking these stupid questions. Like nobody cares what your favorite sports team is.
So, so when you pay for your tickets to get into TPUSA, is it under some type of is it in writing to let them know that they can put you out at any time, no matter what?
Um, I don't know. I would have to go back and look at it.
Okay. Now this guy, being that he tricked Charlie Kirk and he asked the question that he was told not to ask, he was already targeted. People were already looking at him. And the fact that you were around him, do you think that you might have caught some slack for being around him? They probably thought that y'all were there together, or y'all do content together, or y'all were friends, or
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what they said, but here's the thing. There were two other guys that I think in the video you can literally see them walk in and they got kicked out too. You know what I'm saying? And they
yeah.
like so they kicked out everybody that was basically talking to him. You know what I'm saying? Cuz they like just witnessed it and they were like what's going on? Like they walked up to me and asked what was going on. And they kicked them out too. You know what I mean?
Oh wow. So they
So
was just checking on you, making sure that you were okay, but by associate. So you got kicked out from being there and being around this guy with the white hat on, and
yeah.
then the other guys was checking on you, and then
Well,
they got
they
kicked out.
saw this go down, so like they were like they came up to me and asked what was going on, and then they said look like they like my pants or whatever, and
So they were
yeah,
flirting with you.
no no I had American pants on, but yeah, but they just came up and said like hey like what's going on, and then they were like what did they say? Yeah, they were like what did they say? Yeah, they were like oh I just like your leggings, and then like they didn't say anything after that. And I think after like he was done talking to her, like they did ask him, they were like, so do you think like we should support Iran? And then he was like, no, we shouldn't support anybody. So it was like a little like discourse. And as he was explaining, that's when he got kicked out. And then they kicked the rest of us out. But here's the thing, this is like a 30-minute difference. So after he was arrested, we all went our separate ways. The three of us, like I didn't even keep talking to the guys that like, joined the conversation. Like we went our separate ways. Everything was done. 30 minutes later, they kicked me out. And then I find out that they got kicked out like 2 minutes after me. So it's like they came and found us like after, like 30 minutes after this happened.
Wow. So that means that they had a meeting. They were somewhere talking about y'all, like the troublemakers were over there doing this, that, and the third. It was this person. It was this guy with the white 47 hat, MAGA 47 hat. And it was a young lady dressed in her American garb, a little cutie pie, that's a little dark skinned lady. And it was like two other gentlemen who were also white. And they were just walking around starting stuff.
Yeah. Oh, so when I talked to them after, check this out. When I talked to them after, they said that the reason they were kicked out was because they verbally assaulted the vendor, and they basically lied. And I think that I'm gonna talk more about it with them, but they literally said that they it was a misunderstanding and that Turning Point like messed up. But they lied and said that the reason why they were kicked out was because they verbally assaulted an employee, and they didn't do any of that.
An employee or the vendor, they had a dispute with someone else there.
No, they said, or it was a vendor. My bad. But yeah,
Okay.
they said that they verbally attacked a vendor, and that's why they were kicked out. But then he said that they did apologize to them, but they never apologized to me.
Oh wow. Oh wow. But they still kicked them out though.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, so in order to attend these events, you have to pay a fee, but you also know that in order to be a vendor, you have to pay an enormous fee in order to have a table, and the size of your table determines how big your fee is that you're paying. And some people are just so big, they're connected to companies or organizations where they might get a pass in order to come. But at the end of the day, Turning Point USA is about making that money. And isn't here's the two guys right here. That's
Yeah,
a,
that's them. That's them. That's literally when they walked in.
yeah. So those are the same two guys. So they came in. They didn't even have enough time to hang out or go to any of the events yet, because shortly after this, all four of you in this video were kicked out.
Yep. Hmm.
Get out of here.
Yes.
Wow.
Crazy.
Wow. Wow. Have you received any reach out from Turning Point USA? Have you heard from them? Have
Not
you
from
reached out to them?
no, no. I didn't hear anything from Turning Point. I mean, there are some like content creators that said that they were going to try to help me, but I didn't hear anything from Turning Point. They didn't say anything.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it a buck with you, and I'm just gonna let you know. Listen, and I don't know what's in Cuz cup. Maybe some. What was in Cuz cup? Was that some Hennessy?
Yeah, he did have some whiskey.
He had some alcohol.
Yeah.
See. Okay. So you were around the wrong crowd. You were around the wrong crowd, and you were dealt a bad hand because of it. Um, I'm sure that after the fact, when you look back at it, I'm sure you still pissed off for being kicked out, but at least you have a certain level of understanding, right? Now?
Yeah, I mean, I do wish that like I don't know, but like I don't know what I could have done differently. Like maybe I should have like told him to calm down or like try. But here's the thing, I didn't expect him to like actually talk to the vendor about what we were talking about. I was just pointing out like the Israeli flags being the first thing you see. That's really what I wanted to record. And then the lady was like, oh, I like your makeup, so she was nice to me. And that's why I feel bad how like this went down. But it's like I didn't want it to go down like that. But at the same time, it's like when you're in the moment, you always look back and think, damn, what could you have done differently? So like
Yeah.
maybe I could have tried to end the conversation sooner and just have him like me and him talk about it instead
Right.
of involving the vendor. Maybe I could have did that. But like I said, like for like in hindsight, you always you always wish you could have done things differently.
Right. And you see things a little bit more clearly in hindsight as well. I have a question for you. Now you just now met this guy at the conference.
Well, we met yesterday, and we were talking to a reporter. That's when we were talking about how upset we were about how Charlie Kirk wasn't taking political questions.
Mhm.
So we talked a little yesterday, and then like the next day, I was like filming, and then I ran into him again, and we were like, oh, like what's up? And we were just talking, and then he was like, we were talking about Israel and stuff like that, and he was explaining to me how they were like side eyeing him and stuff like that.
Hmm.
We were talking about the first thing you see. That's really like what triggered the conversation, because we were talking about how the first thing you see when you walk in was a bunch of Israeli flags. And then like I wanted to record the venue or the vendor, because I was recording all of the vendors, but like I was like trying to like keep it like on the low. I didn't want them to like know what we were talking about, because I didn't want to involve them. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to involve the vendors. But yeah, um, it ended up they ended up being involved in the conversation.
Okay, so I have a question for you. All right, so I get it, and I like being around the drama too. If I see something unfolding and everything else is just a little dry, and I see something happening, I will probably want to be around where something is happening. But you didn't like when he was getting all in an uproar with the vendor. Did you think that they were just going to have a heated conversation and we were going to just walk away, talk about it later, and just move on to wherever else we were going? You didn't think that it was going to get to a level where you guys were going to be kicked out of the event?
No, not at all. I mean, he said that like so there was a VIP lounge, and I think that's where he was gonna go after that. So he was gonna walk away and go to the VIP lounge. I didn't pay for VIP, so I couldn't get in. So that's what like I thought was gonna happen. Like he was gonna like walk away. I was gonna walk away. But
Okay.
yeah,
Now I have a question for you. Your name's Sarah, right?
yeah.
Now here's the part we hold on one second.
It's her. He was talking
We
about
we
Israel.
just now watched the part of you being approached by security and
Well,
them
that's not
telling
my
you.
real name, but that's like my nickname.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. All right, so we just now watched the part about security when they approached you first, and they were telling you that you were involved in the situation that was going on, and you also have to leave because you were with the party that got kicked out. Um, and at first, I was pissed off. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was pissed off because I'm like, this young lady dressed in her American garb. She's there, representing her country. She loves what she's a part of. She's doing the right things. She was never belligerent. She was never disrespectful. So why is she being kicked out? But when I watched the entire thing back, I have a clear understanding now as to why you were involved, why you were picked you were selected to be one of the people to be kicked out as well. Am I wrong for that?
Uh, I mean, I guess we can agree to disagree, but I mean, like I said,
No,
I
no, don't
think
get it wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that I think you should have been kicked out. I'm just saying I completely understand now because you have this guy that protested against the big dog of Turning Point USA. The big dog of Turning Point USA is Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk says, I don't want to answer any political questions, which I think is foolish. I mean, I think that's stupid. Like, I paid this money to come here and meet you, and I can ask you any question, and you're trying to tell me what I can or cannot ask you. I think that's trash, to be
And
honest
but
with you.
here's the other thing that I feel like I was kind of misled by. Like one of the flyers was Charlie Kirk proved me wrong. Like you want to test your debate skills, come debate Charlie Kirk. So like that's why I feel like in a way it was like false advertising, because it's like you're telling us to test our debate skills and prove you wrong, but then you don't want to answer political questions. What are we? Yo, one of the questions was literally pancakes or waffles.
What?
Yes, I'm
Come
telling you.
on, man.
That's why we were so upset. Those were the questions, and they're getting put in front of us. That's why he was pissed off, because he said he was waiting in line for 2 hours, and the people with questions like that, he said they put 7 people in front of him.
I mean, I understand the dude's frustration.
Yeah,
I get
so
it.
there was a lot of frustration, like because it's like, and I paid $50 and I'm still pissed off, but he paid 500. But it's like, why can we not ask you like a political question when you're telling us to prove you wrong and debate you, and we're waiting like 2 hours to speak to you just to ask you pancakes or waffles?
Yeah, that's trash. I would have been upset too. But you do understand too. I have to say this. That's still the big dog of Turning Point USA.
Oh yeah, yeah, but that's the thing. I never said anything. I posted it on like like my private story with only like a few people. I never said anything about Charlie Kirk,
Right.
like before like I got kicked out. So I was gonna keep it to myself, like, and just saw how the rest of the event. I never actually said anything about Charlie Kirk before this happened.
All right, so I have a question for you. What was the question that you really wanted to ask him?
So I was going to ask him basically about religion and politics, and about how religion, it can be used in good ways a lot of the time, but then when you have Christians using the Bible to justify what's going, like funding a war in Gaza, like, is that not problematic? Shouldn't it, like, if we're involved in a war, shouldn't it make sense for Americans' interests, not just religious texts, especially when you have Christians that don't even agree on what Israel means? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was going to ask him, because I feel like if we're going to fund a war and we're going to be involved in all this going on, it should make sense for everybody, whether you're atheist, whether you're Muslim. It shouldn't just be because of you think you have an obligation because of what the Bible says. So that's what I was going to ask him. Like, shouldn't this war, like, shouldn't American policies make sense for everybody? But yeah, they
That's
didn't.
a great question.
Yeah.
It is okay. What it's starting to seem like, and this maybe it's just me, what it's starting to seem like is because this whole ep file situation is happening and a couple of things happening over in Israel and everything, it seems like we're starting to close up and be more like the Democrats. Now, I'm not saying that because I know you already said I'm not Democrat and I'm not conservative. I'm just a concerned American citizen. I love my country, this, that, and the other. I heard you say that before. Did I hear you say that before?
Yeah. I've said it
Okay.
too many times because I always get like mislabeled.
Okay. Yeah, because I don't like that. Me, I know you don't want to be mislabeled. Me, I tell them label me however you want to. I don't give a damn. But but I do understand what you was trying to ask. What I don't get is why conservatives are starting to play the same games that the Democrats have by saying, look, you can ask me anything, but you can't ask me anything. I'm gonna give you some rules, what you can. Nah, bro, I paid $50 to be up in here. I stood in line. I traveled. Are you in this? Do you live in the state
I
that you
do.
had?
Even then, like, it was really hard for me because I never go out in Tampa. Like, I'm in St. Pete and I have like the worst driving anxiety. Tampa has the worst traffic. So those two combined, it was like really like challenging for me to like drive to Tampa, like 40 minutes away. Like, and this is not something I'm used to. I'm not used to the traffic. Like, I just stay in St. Pete. So I went out of my way to like be there, and I had to pay for parking and everything. And like I just never do stuff like this, honestly. Like, I never like I don't drive honestly more than 20 minutes. You know what I'm saying? And like I just went out of my way to be there. Mind you, I had foot surgery, so I'm not really used to standing in lines that long. And I stood in line for like so long to talk to Charlie Kirk, and I never got to ask my question. So not only was I in pain, but like I almost like left, and I was so like pissed off after that. But I wanted to stay for Tucker Carlson.
Wow.
But yeah.
Wow. Were you able to come back and see Tucker, or you just lost all of your rights to even
Well,
be there?
I stayed because actually, that's actually what happened. That's when I met him for the first time. And when we both talked about how upset we were, I felt better because I wasn't the only one disappointed. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
like, whenever you see someone that's like also upset because, at the same thing you're upset with, then you're like, okay, like, it's not just me that's pissed off, because he told me that a lot of people that like he talked to were pissed off about that.
I understand. I understand that 1,000%.
Hold
Hold on one second.
Would you mind just walking
So
over
if
here
you
for a
wouldn't
second?
mind,
Did I do anything?
okay. So when this guy first walked up on you, please tell me how you felt about this right here, because you seem so damn surprised. You seem so surprised, and he walked up to you, and one of the other guys, I guess, that worked there,
Started insulting them and
Hold on one
crying,
second.
and
Here you go.
he made her cry, but he wasn't insulting her. He
Hold on, let me let the people know. So I am speaking to the patriotic baddie, the young lady who was at the president's parade, dressed in American flags all on her, and she was holding up an American flag and everything, and she was being verbally attacked by a bunch of young ladies that looked just like her, meaning they were black and they were brown ladies, and they were making her feel like she was less than a person because she represented a side that they didn't politically agree with. Would that be accurate?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right. So, and then she went to Turning Point USA, a conference, and it was for a few days, and she met a bunch of amazing people. She took selfies with some dope content creators, like Officer Tatum. I believe I saw that one, and a few others. And she ended up being around somebody who was having a debate with a vendor who was representing Israel, and it turned nasty. Security was informed, and that gentleman, along with the patriotic baddie, were escorted up out of here. But that gentleman was escorted out in handcuffs. He was like, I don't know what that meant, but maybe he was arrested for whatever reason. I don't know what would get you to a point where you have to have handcuffs put on you. Maybe he got that belligerent. Maybe he had that much liquor in him. I don't know. These are only speculations. But the young lady that's here, patriotic baddie, she was recording him and she was talking to him, or she was just listening to the conversation, and she gave him, which you did a good service, by the way, by recording it, because that just showed maybe he can use this later if they try to bring down some charges or anything, because you were a witness to everything that went on. And then she was escorted out as well. And here's the video of when they actually approached her and kicked her out of there.
He was talking about Israel.
Yeah, awesome. So good.
But
Just call each other. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys can see this. Did you guys see this? Blue hat is the protester. He totally.
But yeah, guys. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. Because I really want to save this recording, I'm going to end the live right now. If I get a flag, it will not let me save the live. So make sure you guys come back. I'm going to talk more about what happened, but make sure you guys come back, because if I get flagged, they're going to take this recording. All right, guys. I'll see you guys. Oh, here's Savannah.
Dylan.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. What's your name? Would you mind just walking out with us for a second?
Did I do anything?
Can you just walk out with us for just a moment?
Wait, hold on. I want to know what I did.
Pardon me. Sorry. Where are you going? It's in there.
Yeah, it sounds that way, huh?
My internet is interneting.
Did I do anything wrong? Okay, I'm sorry. I have foot surgery. I can't keep walking, not knowing where I'm going.
Yeah, so.
And this is at the point where he came up to her, introduced himself, and just immediately started walking, saying, "Can you come with me?" Didn't tell her exactly what was happening. Didn't tell her if she was being kicked out. Didn't tell her anything. He wanted to remove her from where everyone else was so that he can tell her that we're taking your badge and we're putting you up out of here. So Miss Thing and everyone else, just so that you understand what's happening, that's what's happening. All right. And she says to him, "I just now had foot surgery. I can't just be walking everywhere and not knowing where I'm going. Please let me know where we're going. What's happening here?" And he did not want to tell her until he got her into a space where it was just her and him. And, she tried to defend herself, obviously, and it did not work. I'm sorry that this happened to you, by the way. I really am. I think they were out of pocket. And more than anything, I think Charlie Kirk was out of pocket. And feel free to defend him, because a lot of people inside of the chat, they love Charlie Kirk. I also think Charlie Kirk is a good dude, extremely intelligent. I've seen him have debates with many people. But I think his democratic ways of telling people what not to ask him about, you can't ask me anything political, I think that's trash. And it turned into this. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's just like when it comes to Charlie Kirk, I mean, I don't think he has any idea this happened, but I just wish that I just feel like we were kind of misled. It would have been different if it said come talk to Charlie Kirk. That would have been different if like get a chance to talk to Charlie Kirk. but the way they advertised it, it literally said test your debate skills. And so for me, somebody that is actually like, I really have bad social anxiety. Like it doesn't seem like it, but I really am like, I like this is not like normal for me at all. I really get nervous around people that I don't know. So for me to ask Charlie Kirk a question, I was so excited to get the opportunity. I was researching and everything. Like I wanted to like I like thought this was gonna be like a really good opportunity. You know what I mean? Like I was really gonna like be proud of myself. I was so nervous that like the whole day I was nervous because I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna like debate Charlie Kirk. Like, oh my god, what if he makes me look stupid? You know what I'm saying? Because he is smart. So I was like, here I am worried that Charlie Kirk is gonna make me look stupid in front of everybody, like and win the debate. But I didn't get a chance to ask the question. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I would have much rather him prove me wrong and make me look like a Dumbo than to not be like given the opportunity to ask the question at all.
I mean, but your question was reasonable.
Yeah.
It was reasonable. And
Oh, and I didn't even bring Israel. I didn't even mention Israel to them because I had a feeling like they wouldn't have liked that. So I just talked about like as far as like religion goes because that's what I wanted to like frame it as like more so as religion. And Israel would have been an example if I got to talk to Charlie Kirk, but I didn't mention Israel to them because I had a feeling it would like they wouldn't have like let me talk to him. So I just said like because that's what I was asking, but yeah, they still didn't let me ask him the question. And
so
oh, I forgot. So when I first told them what my question was, they didn't say no. So other people they straight up said no, like no politics. When I told them my question, because I like talked about like religion and like whatever, they were like talking back and forth. Like they looked at me and they were talking back and forth amongst each other. And then they were like I think they were trying to figure out if they should let me ask the question or not. But ultimately, they like never like picked me.
wow. Wow. Well, oh, listen, I know I'm smiling, but this whole thing gets on my nerves because I don't like when we're unable to have a good conversation, a good discourse. And even if it means that we have to disagree with one another, I don't like when they have limits on what we can discuss. It's not like you're just going to try to be outlandish or disrespectful. You're going to discuss something that's like the reason why we're here is because of politics, but we can't discuss politics. That's stupid. So, but you know what I mean? Hopefully Charlie Kirk reaches out to you and is able to have a conversation. The Harsh twins posted that video that you posted, right? They
Yeah.
reposted it.
Well, they didn't post a video. They posted my caption of me explaining what happened, and then they're
Ah,
where's the video? Where's the video? And I posted the video, but they haven't posted the video yet.
okay.
I did tag them in it, so maybe they'll post it eventually.
Okay. I'm sorry that this happened to you. And yeah, it sucks. Hindsight is 2020. If we can go back and do it over again, I'm sure you will probably say, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead over here, let y'all have this conversation. Because I'm not with this guy. I don't know this guy. He's not messing up my opportunity.
Yeah.
Were you ever able to watch or listen to the Tucker Carlson speech?
Oh, the Tucker Carlson speech was the day before. So
Oh, so you already seen that.
yeah, so the question here's the craziest part. I don't know if you saw the question that Tucker Carlson got asked about Israel and why he can burn an American flag but not an Israeli flag. He asked Tucker Carlson that question.
Oh,
Um
really?
yeah, so he said that they tried again when he was trying to get in line to ask Tucker Carlson a question. They tried to put people in front of him again, but he wasn't having it.
And then
But
he
it wasn't
asked that.
like well, it wasn't like they were filtering the questions. He said that there was like a kid there, and they're like, "Oh, like let this kid get in front of you. He's just a kid." And he was like, "No, like I'm asking like Tucker Carlson this question." Like he put his foot down. So they weren't like filtering the questions, but I think because it was him, like he said like they were already like being weird about it, but he was like, "No, like I'm standing my ground. You're like, oh, cute kid, whatever, but you're not getting in front of me. I'm asking my question." And Tucker
Okay.
Carlson, he said after he asked Tucker Carlson that question, like lots of people came up and were offering him like job opportunities. Like a lot of people liked him after that. Um, so that's why when he got arrested, he was saying like I asked Tucker Carlson a question and everybody loved it. You know. Um, but yeah,
Okay. I
I
mean,
think he was upset with the way because I don't know if you saw the interaction between him and Charlie Kirk. I gotta post that too. But yeah,
I
they were
didn't.
like, yeah. So him and Charlie Kirk were kind of going at it, and it was like a heated argument. You know what I mean? And he said like Charlie Kirk was being so like smug about it, and like, yeah, he just didn't like how Charlie Kirk was acting. Um,
All right, so what is that guy's name so I can find him on social media?
on Instagram, I think his name is. Hold on, let me see.
Because I want to see that interaction. Did you find it on X or Instagram?
I recorded it actually.
Oh wow! So you got you got the plug.
And I didn't realize that I recorded it because yeah, there were like so much happened. I didn't even realize that I had recorded it. So it's just like, damn.
You recorded it, but you haven't posted it yet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So once you post it, I might be hitting you back up and get you on here. But you're gonna have to cam up next time you here. I'm just letting you know.
It's just so early, and this weekend has been so crazy, man.
Hey, well, let me tell you this. First of all, I appreciate you pulling up. Thank you so much.
No problem.
And I'm hoping that you get some type of reach out, and not necessarily an apology, because here's the thing. When you look at what the security was doing, the security was giving orders based off of what a vendor felt like they was being disrespected. A vendor felt uncomfortable. A vendor felt like, you were there, not necessarily a part of it, but you were with the party involved that was making her feel uncomfortable, and you was the one that was recording them. So they probably felt like you guys were in cahoots in some way, and you got punished for it. So, that's life. But it's unfortunate that you had to travel all that way. You had to experience this. And I'm sure you had some great experiences at the Turning Point USA conference as well. But this right here is definitely
so many people and so many other content creators that like I had people coming up to me asking me to take pictures. So many other content creators I met, and it's like if you watch my post before this, I was promoting it, like I was talking about it. So yeah, it was like so disappointing. I had people that wanted to interview me like after that, like one of the because there's a media room that's like separate from where this took place. Like I was gonna have like people interview me, you know what I mean? So like, yeah, I mean it messed up a lot.
Wow.
His name is Jameson Joy 93 on Instagram.
You said Jameson Joy?
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Jameson Joy. All right. Let me see here. Okay, I'm looking for him on. You said on. You clearly said on Instagram. I'm looking for him on X.
Yeah, I don't know if he has an X.
Okay, so he's on Instagram. Okay, let me go ahead. So, again, Sarah, thank you so much for being a part of the conversation.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, what you say?
I said thank you for having me.
No, thank you for pulling up. Hopefully, by the time you post this video and everything, we can go ahead and pull you back in and have a great conversation. Or we don't have to talk about that. We can speak about whatever you want to talk about, because I love what you're doing out there. I love the fact that you're making noise, how bold you are. You already know that you're going to be facing backlash, especially being a black woman, African-American woman, or an American woman that happens to be black. I don't know how you decide to say it, but you being that, you're going to face some backlash anyway. But yeah, I think what you're doing is great. And I will say continue being fearless and making sure that you put God and country before anything.
All right, thank you. Appreciate that. And
For
yeah,
sure.
I will definitely stay in touch.
Please do. We locked in now. You about to be a co-chair at this point.
But yeah, I'm gonna post a video. There's just so much editing that I gotta do, and then I'm worried about censorship. But I'm gonna be posting more about it.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for pulling up, and we will see you next time. You have an amazing day, young lady.
Thank you. You too.
All right, later.
Bye.
All right, so guys, that was the patriotic baddie that we just now had up here. Sorry she couldn't pull her camera on and everything. I know y'all wanted to see her. That was not one of my friends playing like it was her. No, I'm not bringing her back. I'm gonna bring her back on another show, but not today. All right. I'm a black woman. What backlash? Stop it, please. VM, don't fake. Stop faking like black women and black men are not receiving backlash for supporting Trump. If you're saying that and you're talking about stop it, really? You're obviously not following anybody other than conservative politics or conservative content creators. Because if you've seen anything that's happening on the left from from Democratic or leftist commentators or creators, you will see that they don't like you, Slim. They don't care for you at all. They don't care for you. Like, I know you probably haven't. What are you talking about? I haven't faced nothing. I don't know what you're saying. Please. They don't like you. All right. So that was absolutely dope. All right. Thank you so much to the Patriotic Baddie for pulling up. That was awesome. She got, you know what I mean? It happens. It happens. All right. So I got one more thing that I want to discuss with you guys. If y'all haven't seen the Tucker Carlson speech, I'm talking about the full 40-minute speech that he had at Turning Point USA, I will ask you guys to go watch it. Go watch it. I was starting to watch it this morning with you guys, but I had an opportunity to get the young lady on to speak about her situation, her experience at Turning Point USA over the last couple of days. And I ran with it because I you know what I mean? I think that's our jobs. All right, so check this out. This lady right here is pissed off because as a Mexican immigrant, she has to do a bunch of things on a daily basis that she don't feel like she should have to. Yeah, do anybody else have to do any of the things she's about to describe?
I'm Mexican. Watch what I have to do every single fucking day. Keys. I'm just gonna go on a walk with my dog. ID. Because I need to have that on me at all times. Pass card. Copy of my pass card. Because I also need to have that on me at all times. And now I am ready to go on a walk with my dog outside my apartment complex in my community. I'm Mexican. Watch what I have to do every single fucking day.
So, please let me know, guys, how do y'all feel about this? How do you feel that America is so bad that now immigrants have to walk around with keys? They have to have identification everywhere they go. Like, they got to put it in their purse. They got to go through everything. Like, I just want to leave out the house. Why do I have to take my keys? I don't want to take my ID. Why I got to take my ID? Huh? Such a rough life, man. America, man, we need to stop being so disrespectful and demanding of these immigrants. Why are we so mean to them? Why are we such assholes to immigrants that we force them to take their ID with them everywhere they go? Let me ask y'all this. How many of y'all got to take your ID? Huh? How many of you got to take your ID outside? None of you got to take. I can't even fake like I'm pissed off. Chick, if you don't sit your little bubble head ass down, your big old square head ass, if you don't sit down somewhere and shut up, if you don't have a coconut smile and shut the F up, don't nobody want to hear about you talking about you got to take your keys and your ID. That's what we all got to do. Before we leave out the house, we all have as a matter of fact, smart people, especially women, smart women already have their ID inside of their purse. Smart men already have their ID inside of their wallets. What is the issue? If we ever went to Mexico or to any other country, we are not leaving out of our hotels or out of our villas or out of our wherever we're staying without our passport on us. Period. I'm not going to another country and going anywhere unless I have my ID on me. And I'm not looking at that as something that, man, can y'all believe I'm just over here. I'm trying to enjoy myself in Dubai. Can y'all believe what they doing to Americans? They are forcing us to walk around with our ID, our passport. What the hell is this, slavery all over again? Am I a slave all over again? Stop the crap. Oh, I'm sorry. Stop the cap. Oh, Lord. To God be the glory, man. People are so idiotic and it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, but it is what it is. Shout out to you, Ty. She is pissed. She is pissed that she got to take her keys and her ID out the house to go walk her dog because how bad ICE are. She's afraid that she's going to be taken to another country for walking her dog. Take your ID, baby girl. Take your ID. Take whatever you got to take outside, and you will be all right. God dang it. I swear to goodness. These people get on my damn nerves, bro. Like, you're not victims. Okay? And if you've been here 20 years and you still haven't gotten your ID, I apologize. You still are not a citizen. I apologize. I don't know why I apologize. Matter of fact, I don't apologize. Do your damn due diligence to make sure that you have everything you need in order to be a citizen. How about that? How about that? I'm just saying, if you're in any other country and you try to have a visa and it expires, they're going to be on your ass. Here's something that immigrants need to know. If my driver's license, if my driver's license, my registration, my insurance, or anything expires, I'm going to be fined. I'm going to get in jail. I'm going to get in trouble. If I'm driving still with all these things bad, I could potentially be arrested as an American citizen. There's something called rules. There's something called laws that American citizens still have to abide by. I don't like it. I don't like a lot of these rules that's out here. I think a lot of it is a ploy to make money. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. We got to abide by the rules as American citizens. Looking at the poll now, I see 392 of you guys answered this poll. And the question was Tucker Carlson wrong in his TPUSA, his Turning Point USA speech? Wow, this is closer than I thought it would be. 56% of you said no. 44% of you said yes, he was wrong. I did not realize that it was going to be that close. For the people that said yes, he was wrong, I want to know why he was wrong. I want to know why you believe he was wrong. All right? I did not expect that. I thought this joint was going to be like 80% of y'all saying no, he was not wrong, and then 20% of you saying yeah, he was wrong. 44% of you saying he was wrong? That shocks me. That shocks me. Look at this. When you're in high school, college, you got to have your ID. You got to have your school ID if you're walking through a school. Like, you can't even forget that. If you want to go to work, it's been many times when I worked for the Department of Defense where I had to drive more than an hour one way to go to work. And I would get there and realize I don't have my CAT card, my ID to get on the installation. And if I don't have this, now I'm going to have to, they got to search my car. I'm going to have to get a visitor's ID. I won't be able to sign into my computer because I don't have my CAT card. So I got to go all the way back home and get that bad boy and bring it back because I didn't carry it inside of my wallet. It was on one of those little, what you call it? What you call it, guys? Little thing that you wear around at work and it holds your ID for you. What you call it? It's a word for it. Let me see. What's the word? I'm sure one of y'all gonna know this because y'all geniuses. A lanyard. Thank you so much, Shani Right Chick. Thank you so much, Shani Right Chick, and Trudy, and Lyra, and Emma, and Emma T, and Olivia, and TX, and Candace, and Rue, and Amber Young. And all of you guys told me it's a lanyard. Sometimes I would forget my lanyard. Sometimes I would think I left it in my truck, and I would just have my wallet and my keys, drive to work, hour away, and I would get there and be like, oh man, I ain't got my daggone lanyard. I don't have my daggone CAC. I would still go, sign in, make sure that I'm locked in at work, but then eventually I will leave, go back home, get my lanyard probably around lunchtime, before lunch or something like that. Get my my CAC card, because that has my entire ID on it. Just in case y'all don't know, a CAC card has all of your information in it. Once you get your secret clearance or your top secret clearance, all of that information along with your fingerprints is inside of that CAC card. All of it is in that CAC card. And when you forget it, you can't go to work. You cannot sign in. You can sign on a government computer if you don't have it. So, sorry, sweetheart. Sometimes that's what we got to do. You are not being bullied because you need to have your driver's license, you dumbass bastard. I don't know why in the world you would think that. Just so silly. Just so silly. All right. So, I got people pulling up right now for our morning call. Shout out to Fitz. I see Fitz is in the building to get a cell phone subscription, meaning damn near everyone. You got to have your driver's license. You got to have your license to do any damn thing. All right, before I sign off, I want to say this, guys. Thank y'all so much for being who you are. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your contributions. Thank you for being respectful inside of the chat. All of my blues and my greens. My blues being my moderators, my greens being my members, my YouTube members. If you are not a member already, please join. That would be absolutely phenomenal. And everybody who contributed a super chat, thank you for that as well. Speaking of, Yankee Jeff is in the building. You had a cat daddy card, didn't you, Van? Yeah, I did. Listen, I had a pimp eating lobster and shrimp card. That's what I had. My card was different from everybody's. Thank you so much, big dog. I appreciate you, man, per usual. And also, I want to say, if you're looking into getting into content creation, consider getting our YouTube course that's in the very first link in my descriptions underneath this live stream video. All right, make sure you go check it out. Check it out. Okay? I'm just saying, as if this is something that you want to do and you need some help, you need some guidance, you want to be around some people who are doing the same exact thing you're doing, and be loved while doing so, hit that link. All right. And shout out to all of the people who have been signing up for it as of late. Y'all are dope. And if you're looking to have a machine behind you and you want to sign up for our VIP, reach out to me with the word VIP, the acronym VIP, and I will get you started. Or you can just go to the very first link that's in the descriptions and sign up for the VIP that way. All right. See y'all in the next live stream, man. Thanks again to the Patriotic Baddie for pulling up. I appreciate you. Y'all are absolutely dope. I'll see y'all in the next live stream. Peace. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.